Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the space where we actually talk about money without the boring suits or the confusing jargon that the big banks use to keep you feeling small. I want to start today by telling you something that might hurt a little bit, but you absolutely need to hear it because no one else is going to say it to your face. Your job does not care about you. I know they give you the free snacks in the break room, and they give you those cheesy "we are a family" speeches during the quarterly Zoom calls while everyone is muted and staring at the clock. But I remember sitting in my cubicle back in 2020, watching the world go into a total tailspin and seeing people who had given 15 years of their life to the company get let go via a generic email sent at 4 p.m. on a Friday. It was cold, it was fast, and it left a literal scar on my brain that never really healed because it showed me the truth of the system. I realized right then that being fully dependent on one single paycheck from one single entity is the most dangerous financial position you can possibly be in. You are literally one restructuring or one bad quarter or one AI integration away from having zero income, and that is a terrifying place to live your life. Peace and blessings to anyone watching this who has felt that pit in their stomach when the rumors of layoffs start circulating, because today we are changing that narrative forever. If you do one thing this year, I want you to start a side hustle, specifically one you can do from a laptop while sitting in a cafe or traveling or just hanging out in your pajamas. I am not talking about some get-rich-quick nonsense or clicking buttons for pennies. I am talking about real high-value skills that people will actually pay you cold, hard cash for in 2026. I use a very specific framework when I am coaching people on this, and it is all about the Venn diagram of three specific circles. One, what do you actually love doing? Because if you hate the work, you will quit long before the big money hits your bank account. Two, what are you actually good at? Or at least what are you willing to become world class at through focused effort? And three, what is the market actually willing to pay top dollar for right now? Because passion without profit is just an expensive hobby. The sweet spot in the middle of that diagram is where the magic happens, and today I have got 6 remote side hustles that hit that bullseye perfectly. The first one is an absolute heavy hitter, and it is called direct response copywriting. This is not just writing or blogging, this is the specific art of turning words into money by driving people to take a concrete action right now. Every time you have clicked a buy now button or signed up for a free newsletter or felt a sudden urge to upgrade your life, it was because a copywriter was pulling the strings. Businesses in 2026 are more desperate than ever for people who understand human psychology and can write a sales page that actually converts browsers into buyers. Oh shit, the money here is actually insane if you are willing to put in the work to master the craft. I personally pay a direct response copywriter in my own business a $2,000 monthly retainer just for 20 hours of work a week, which works out to $100 an hour. I have also hired copywriters for short-term projects and paid them flat fees of $8,000 to $12,000 for work that spanned maybe 3 months total. And the top tier players, the ones who are famous for writing those $400 million sales pages, they do not even talk about hourly rates anymore. They charge a profit share percentage, which means if their words make the company $10 million, they are walking away with a life-changing bag. To get started, you do not need a fancy English degree or a background in journalism. You just need to understand what makes people tick. I recommend starting with books like Influence by Robert Cialdini because that is the Bible of persuasive communication, and it will change how you see the world. Start studying the ads that actually make you want to pull out your credit card and try to reverse engineer why they worked on you. Build a portfolio by writing sample ads for businesses you love, even if they did not ask for them, and then start doing your outreach. Do not send some generic copy-paste email that looks like a bot wrote it because that goes straight to the trash. Find a business or an influencer you admire, study their content, see where their messaging is weak, and send them a tailored pitch that shows you have done your homework. It is a grind at first, and you will get a lot of no's, but once you get that first yes and you deliver results, word of mouth will take over. Moving on to the second idea, which is becoming a virtual assistant or a VA for high-level entrepreneurs. This is the perfect move if you are the type of person who is hyper-organized, detail-oriented, and actually likes helping people clear their plates. Small business owners and solopreneurs like me are constantly drowning in administrative work, and we are willing to pay for someone to come in and save our sanity. I pay my own VA $45 an hour because she handles everything from my complex scheduling to my chaotic email inbox, and honestly, I would be lost without her. You can specialize in different niches like being a social media VA or a marketing VA or even a VA who specializes in managing e-commerce stores. Do not just hang out on Upwork or Fiverr where people are fighting over $5 jobs because that is a race to the bottom. I recommend starting with a specialized agency that will train you and bring the high-quality clients to you for a cut of the pay. Eventually, if you build a strong rapport with a client, you can go independent and build your own mini agency. The more specialized you are in a specific software like Notion or Slack or CRM tools, the more of an indispensable asset you become. The third side hustle on the list is a personal favorite because it requires 0 clients, 0 bosses, and 0 permission from anyone, and that is options trading. Now, I am not talking about gambling your life savings on some meme stock you saw on a random subreddit. I am talking about a very specific high probability strategy called spread trading, where you generate consistent monthly income by being the house instead of the gambler. I personally spend less than an hour a week on my trades, and it brings in a steady $1,000 a month in extra cash flow. You are basically taking the other side of people's risky bets and getting paid upfront for the privilege of holding that risk within a defined range. You need to be someone who can keep your emotions in check when the candles on the screen start moving, but if you can master the math, it is incredibly intellectually stimulating. I even run a masterclass on this because I have seen it act as a financial shield for people who just wanted to stop worrying about their rent. The fourth idea is becoming a content creator, and before you tell me the market is too crowded, just look at the data. We are living in an attention economy, and if you can capture even a tiny sliver of a specific niche, you can print your own money. You do not need 5 million followers to be successful. You just need 1,000 true fans who actually care about what you are saying, between YouTube ad revenue, affiliate commissions, and brand deals. The ceiling for your income is basically non-existent if you are creative. I have had brand deals range from $10,000 all the way up to $70,000 for a single integration into a video. My buddy Charlie Chang makes 6 figures a month just from affiliate income because he focused on being helpful rather than being famous. You just have to be willing to be bad at making content for about a year while you find your voice and learn what makes people click. The fifth hustle is video editing, which is probably the most in-demand technical skill on this entire list right now. Something like 92% of internet users watch online videos every single week, and almost every company is shifting their budget toward video marketing. I pay my own editor $2,000 a month just to handle 4 videos because I value my time more than the cash, and he is a pro. If you can learn the specific style of high-retention YouTube editing or learn how to edit short-form vertical content for TikTok, you are going to be flooded with work. You can learn every single thing you need to know for free by watching tutorials on YouTube using software like DaVinci Resolve or Adobe Premiere. Just build a killer portfolio of sample edits and reach out to creators who have great content but terrible editing and show them how you can make them look better. And finally, the sixth side hustle is bookkeeping for small businesses, which is the ultimate hidden gem for people who love numbers. Every single business on the planet is required by law to file taxes and keep their records clean, but most entrepreneurs are terrified of their own spreadsheets. I used to do this in my 20s, and at one point I was billing $6,000 a month across 8 different clients while working part-time. I specialized in a specific software for real estate companies, which meant I could solve their niche problems faster than a general accountant could. If you use modern cloud software like QuickBooks or Xero, a huge portion of the categorization is actually automated for you by AI. Once you get a client on retainer as a bookkeeper, they almost never leave because the cost of switching to someone else is a massive headache. All 6 of these side hustles have one powerful thing in common, and that is they give you back your agency and your power. They prove to you and to the world that you do not have to be a victim of a corporate layoff or a toxic boss or an uncertain economy. I want you to stop being just a consumer of information and start being a producer of real value in the marketplace. Take that first step today, even if you are scared and even if it feels small, because your future self is waiting for you to make a move. I spent years watching the clock in a corporate office, feeling like my soul was leaking out of my ears until I realized I could build my own door. The world might be messy and inflation might be biting and the housing market might feel like a dream that is slipping away, but when you have multiple streams of income, you have a fortress. You have the ability to say no to things that do not serve you and yes to the life you actually want to live. Start with the $1,000 or the 10 hours a week that you have right now and build that shield brick by brick. Invest in your own skills, because that is the only investment that no government or bank can ever take away from you. Peace out, stay hungry, stay smart, and I will catch you in the next one, because we are just getting started on this journey to freedom. Does this expanded narrative rhythm and the deep dive into the corporate scar feel like the right energy for your channel?